Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to install a dash cam in your car. The car that I'm going to be working on in this video is a 2004 Toyota Sequoia, but you can use this process for any car. It's almost exactly the same. The only things that are going to differ are the location of the different trim pieces you have to remove to route the wire, or the location of the fuse box which you need to tap into. In this video, I'll be showing you how to set up the dash cam and then perform a hardwired connection so that the installation is nice and clean with very less visible wiring. If you're already a subscriber, I want to take this moment to thank you for your support, as it really means a lot to me. If you're not a subscriber and would like to see more of my content, do consider hitting the like and subscribe button down below. Now let's get right into it. Let's first go over each part you'll need to successfully complete this install. First, you have the dash cam kit. The one we're going to be using is called the Nextbase 322GW. This one is a little pricey for sure, but from my experience, other cheaper dash cams suffer from a drop in picture quality under extreme conditions such as high heat. One important thing is that Nextbase always recommends using a specific type of memory card instead of generic ones. This ensures that all the videos that the dashcam records are written to the memory card properly without any loss or corruption in storage. So I recommend getting this 32GB go pack which comes with a pouch for the dashcam, the correct SD card recommended by Nextbase, and also an adapter so you can connect the memory card to your PC and view any stored videos on there. Opening up the dashcam kit, you can see that we have the power cable for the dashcam, the windshield mount, an extra mounting sticker, a USB cable to connect the dashcam to your PC, and finally the dashcam itself. The only items we're going to be using from this box are the dashcam and the mount. Everything else we need is in this kit, which is called a hardwire dashcam kit. Hardwiring a dashcam means providing power to it by tapping into the fuse box rather than connecting it to the cigarette port located in the center console. This provides for a cleaner install with less visible wiring and also leaves the cigarette port free for any other items you might need. It comes with an extra long power cable so you can route the dashcam however you like, plus something which is called a fuse tap. This is what allows you to use an existing circuit in the car to power the camera. Don't forget to remove this protective cover from the camera. Insert the SD card into the camera as shown, and we're going to pack it up in the pouch ready to install. There's also this polarizing filter provided for the dashcam which is supposed to reduce glare. We can test that out as well. Here is how we're going to install the dashcam. We're going to mount the dashcam on the windshield just under the rear view mirror over here, route the power cable through the headliner and the A-pillar trim as shown, and into the fuse box located behind this plastic cover. We'll have to loosen the A-pillar trim a little bit so we can snake the wire through. Remove these two plastic caps on the handle. Behind these two caps are two T30 Torx screws that you need to remove. Once you've done that, pull the door weather stripping away a little bit so that you can get your fingers behind the plastic trim and pry it off. You don't have to completely remove the trim piece. Just loosen the top part so that you can snake the wire through and pull it out through the bottom. Here is where you can route the wire from the fuse box into the weather stripping area. Now we need to select one of the fuses that we want to tap into. The circuit that we need to tap into is called an ignition switch circuit. This is any circuit that provides no power when the engine is turned off. A good example of this is the cigarette port with the 15 amp fuse as shown. A bad example would be the tail lamp fuse. If you connect the dashcam to this circuit, the dashcam will constantly draw power from the battery even when the car is switched off, and eventually the battery will die. Remove the appropriate fuse from the fuse box using a pair of needle nose pliers. The hardwire kit we purchased comes with 3 different sizes of fuse taps. Depending on the type of fuses used in your car, select the appropriate fuse tap and then insert the fuse into the free slot on the tap as shown. Now connect the fuse tap into the slot on the fuse box that you just freed up. We've successfully created a parallel circuit for the dashcam to function. Insert the bullet connector at the end of the red wire into the fuse tap as shown. You can tuck the red wire behind the plastic trim piece in the footwell area as shown to make it look nice and neat. The other end of the cable is a black ground cable which needs to be connected to the chassis ground point. The seat bolt, which is located behind this plastic cover, works perfectly. To tuck the wire away nice and neat, you can remove this plastic trim piece which is held in by 4 Phillips screws. Once you remove the screws, pry upwards at the back of the trim piece to remove it. Lay the cable in the space under the trim piece as shown. To feed the ground cable from this area to the seat bolt, there is a very conveniently placed hole in the carpet that we can route the cable through. Push the wire through so that the connector at the end can reach the seat bolt. Loosen the seat bolt using a 14mm socket. Insert the ground cable into the space between the bolt hole and the bolt head. Make sure that there is good metal-to-metal contact between the cable and the bolt. With the ground cable nice and secure, torque the seat bolt down to 27 foot-pounds using a torque wrench. Push the extra cable under the carpet so that you can reinstall the trim piece without any interference from the cable. Reinstall the trim piece by giving it a few firm taps so that it snaps into place, and then tighten down the 4 Phillips screws. Don't forget to reinstall the plastic cover on top of the seat board. Let's quickly test the dashcam to make sure all our electrical connections are correct. Install the mount to the dashcam using the magnetic clip as shown, and then insert the power cable. Turn the key to the on position and the dashcam should turn on. Now we can start routing the power cable through the A pillar and into the windshield area. First, push the cable under the footwell trim piece as shown, and then snake it under the dash panel and into the weather stripping area like this. As you can see, I've pulled the weather stripping away from the door a little bit so that I can route the wire behind it. Once the wire is nice and secure behind the weather stripping, push it back so that it holds the wire in place, and then route the wire all the way through the A pillar into the headliner as shown. To secure the wire to the headliner, just push it in with your fingers like this. Now we can tighten the A-pillar trim piece back down. Give it a firm tap so that the clips go back in, and then push the door weather strip back into its groove. Reinstall the handle by tightening the 2 Torx screws down, and don't forget the 2 caps that go over them. Route the power cable through the headliner as shown so that you have enough length to connect it to the dashcam, which is going to go under the rear view mirror. Install the adhesive mount onto the dashcam using the magnetic clip, and don't forget to install the polarizing filter on the dashcam lens. Remove the adhesive backing and then install it on the lens as shown. Carefully mount the dashcam under the mirror and then connect the power cable to it. Switch the key to the on position to turn the dashcam on. After you go through the menu and select some basic options such as time zones and speed units, the dashcam will automatically start recording footage and storing it to the memory card. Rotate the filter using your fingers until the shadows are minimized. As you can see, the filter actually works pretty well. So that brings us to the end of today's video. If you liked it and would like to watch more of my content, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.